think AI will probably, most likely, sort of lead to the end of the world, but in the meantime, there will be great companies created with serious machine learning.
McDonald's partnered with IBM in 2021 to bring AI ordering to about 100 drive-thru locations across the United States. The pitch was simple. Customers speak their orders, the AI processes everything, and human workers focus on making food. Faster service, fewer mistakes, lower labor costs. 3 years of testing told a different story, and TikTok captured all of it. Customers posted videos of the AI adding bacon to ice cream cones that nobody asked for. One order ballooned to hundreds of dollars worth of chicken nuggets while the customers in the car screamed, "Stop!" at a system that wouldn't listen. A woman tried ordering vanilla ice cream and water, but the AI charged her for multiple sundaes, ketchup packets, and 2 portions of butter instead. Background noise confused the system constantly. The accents threw off the voice recognition. Whenever 2 cars pulled up too close together, their orders got mixed into one garbled mess. The videos went viral, the system became a national joke, and by June 2024, McDonald's ended the partnership entirely. Mason Smoot, the company's chief restaurant officer, announced the technology would shut off at all testing locations by July 26, 2024. 3 years of development. One of the largest restaurant chains partnered with one of the most established tech companies, and they couldn't get AI to reliably take a fast food order. But at least McDonald's had the sense to test small and shut it down when it failed. Other companies pushed much harder and fell much further. Klarna became the poster child for AI replacing human workers. The Swedish payments company cut their workforce from around 5,000 employees to approximately 3,000, a 40% reduction that made headlines everywhere. Their CEO, Sebastian Siemiatkowski, told anyone who would listen that the AI chatbot handled over 2 million customer conversations every single month. He claimed it did the work equivalent of 700 human agents. Wall Street loved the story. Tech media covered every announcement like Klarna had discovered the future of business. And then customer complaints started flooding in. The AI gave generic robotic responses that collapsed whenever situations required actual judgment. Customers with real problems got trapped in loops, explaining the same issue over and over before giving up in frustration. The chatbot handled simple queries fine, but anything requiring nuance sent the whole interaction into a spiral. What happened next is something tech CEOs almost never do. Siemiatkowski admitted publicly that his company went too far. His exact words were, "As cost unfortunately seems to have been a too predominant evaluation factor when organizing this, what you end up having is lower quality." He followed that by saying, "Really investing in the quality of the human support is the way of the future for us." The company that fired hundreds of customer service workers to replace them with AI announced they were rehiring humans. Klarna survived and went public in September 2025 at a valuation between $15 and $19 billion. But their very public reversal became a warning that other companies are still learning from. Duolingo followed a similar path when they cut about 10% of their contractors in late 2023 to shift toward AI-generated content. Their CEO announced an AI-first strategy in April 2025, where the company would gradually stop using contractors to do work that AI can handle. Users noticed the difference almost immediately. Complaints surfaced about content feeling repetitive and robotic, missing the playful personality that made the app distinctive. The humans who created that personality were gone, and the AI couldn't replicate what they brought. Sports Illustrated created a different kind of scandal in November 2023, when Futurism reported that the magazine had published articles under completely fake author names with AI-generated profile photos. These weren't real writers. The bios were fabricated, and the profile pictures came from AI image generators. When the story broke, Sports Illustrated deleted the articles and cut ties with the vendor responsible, but the damage to their credibility made national news. And none of these failures should have surprised anyone, because the most expensive warning came years earlier from someone who should have known better. Back in 2017, Elon Musk tried to build a Tesla factory so automated it would barely need humans at all. He called it the Alien Dreadnought and promised 5,000 Model 3 vehicles rolling off the production line every single week. Robots would handle almost everything. The disaster that followed nearly killed the company. Production collapsed immediately. The third quarter of 2017 saw Tesla produce only 260 vehicles when they needed thousands. By the first quarter of 2018, output climbed to about 2,000 per week, still far short of the 5,000 goal that investors expected. Robots couldn't adapt when anything unexpected happened on the line. The complex conveyor belt systems kept breaking down and causing cascading failures. The entire philosophy of removing humans from manufacturing fell apart when confronted with reality. Musk took personal control of the production line. He started sleeping on the factory floor trying to fix what automation had broken. And in April 2018, he tweeted something that aged better than almost anything else he's ever posted. Yes, excessive automation at Tesla was a mistake. To be precise, my mistake. Humans are underrated. Elon Musk figured that out in 2018. Company after company ignored him and made the exact same mistake in the years that followed. MIT released a report in 2025 that should terrify any executive planning to replace workers with AI. After analyzing over 300 public deployments, surveying hundreds of business leaders, and interviewing executives across industries, they found that 95% of generative AI pilots fail to deliver any measurable profit impact. For every 20 companies betting on AI transformation, 19 get nothing back. One executive quoted in the study described most implementations as wrappers or science projects. The OrgView data reveals why so many companies fail. 25% of business leaders admitted they don't even know which roles in their organization could benefit from AI. They made layoff decisions without understanding where automation would actually help. 30% said they don't know which positions face the most risk from automation. They were cutting jobs completely blind. Here's the part that should worry every CEO. 34% reported that employees quit as a direct result of AI implementation, not people who got laid off. Workers who watched what was happening to their colleagues and decided to leave before the same thing happened to them. Microsoft and LinkedIn surveyed 31,000 workers across 31 countries for their 2024 Work Trend Index. 53% of employees who use AI at work worry it makes them look replaceable to their employers. 45% fear AI will eliminate their jobs entirely. The fear is spreading faster than the technology. Forrester Research predicts that by the end of 2026, roughly half of all AI-attributed layoffs will be reversed in some form, half of them. Companies will quietly rehire workers, bring back contractors, or simply admit they moved too fast. Oliver Shaw, the CEO of OrgView, put it directly. Businesses are learning the hard way that replacing people with AI without fully understanding the impact on their workforce can go badly wrong. The 5% that succeeded share a pattern that separates them from the 95% that failed. And the difference comes down to one fundamental choice. MIT found that companies purchasing specialized AI tools from vendors succeed about 67% of the time. Companies trying to build AI solutions internally succeed only about a third as often. That gap is enormous. The winners pick one specific problem instead of trying to transform everything at once. They keep humans in the decision loop instead of replacing them entirely. They treat AI as a tool that makes workers more effective, rather than a replacement for workers. Unity, the game development platform, used AI for customer support ticket deflection. That means helping customers find answers through self-service before they ever need to talk to a human agent. The results showed exactly what thoughtful implementation looks like. They deflected about 8,000 tickets through AI-assisted self-service. They saved approximately $1.3 million annually. Resolution time dropped by 7 hours on average. And here's the key part that separates Unity from the failures. No jobs were eliminated. The AI handled routine questions while humans focused on complex issues that required actual judgment. Both productivity and job satisfaction improved at the same time. Hiscox, an international insurance company, rolled out Microsoft's Copilot AI assistant to over 3,000 employees across 14 countries. For their claims team, processing a new claim used to take up to an hour to gather and record all the necessary information. With AI assistance, that dropped to just 10 minutes. Summarizing thousands of pages of legal and medical documents, work that previously consumed hours of human reading, now takes minutes. 15% of users gained back an entire hour every single day. Another 20% saved between 10 and 15 minutes daily. No replacements happened at Hiscox either. The AI removed tedious work so humans could focus on the decisions that actually required expertise and judgment. The humans still talked to customers. They still made the calls on complex claims. They just stopped spending hours on paperwork that a machine could handle. Every success story follows this same principle. AI works when it amplifies human capability. AI fails when companies try to use it as a complete replacement for human workers. 55% of companies that replaced workers with AI now regret the decision. 95% of AI implementations fail to show any measurable results. The businesses that actually succeed treat AI as a productivity tool, not as a way to eliminate headcount. The technology will improve, that's guaranteed. 5 years from now, these systems will work better than anyone can predict today, But right now, companies are making permanent layoff decisions based on temporary limitations, and they're paying the price in lost institutional knowledge, damaged customer relationships, and competitors who moved slower but smarter pulling ahead. The executives who figured this out aren't the ones making the boldest announcements about AI transformation. They're the ones keeping humans in the loop and using technology to make their people better, instead of making their people disappear. Musk learned this lesson the hard way in 2018 when automation nearly destroyed Tesla. McDonald's learned it in 2024 when bacon started showing up on ice cream. Klarna's CEO had to admit it publicly after customer satisfaction collapsed. Humans are underrated. The companies that remember that are the ones that will win. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.